Already, Rachel, I think we're about to go live. If we're not already live, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up on my iPad so that I can see. What is this notification I just got? There we go. Here's me looking at my thing.
Oh my God, we're live.
Hello.
Okay, let me get back to Zoom.
I'm like really gray on the video.
There's just a lot of light on you or something.
Well, it's not that I care so much about the light on me. I just want to make sure. Ooh, that's too much on the beads. I just want to make sure you can see them really well.
Yeah. Let me answer someone's question. They're asking how to join.
If you're joining us, say hi. We can see that we have people watching, but we can't see who you are. So I'd love to say hi to you. We've got our popcorn and M&M snacks. It's like beet soup for the tummy. Like really gray on.
Alrighty, I have those. I have it pulled up on my iPad so I can see comments now. Hi, Helen.
Oh,
this is my snack soup.
Yours has more M&Ms than mine.
Mine are also really big.
I have like normal size M&Ms. I didn't go out and buy them, so I'm not going to complain. And this is totally the size
I would never refuse a normal M&M, but they have like 12 flavors at the store now. Most of the flavors I hadn't heard of. So I went for pretzel.
Hey Amelia, hi Lori. Pretzel M&Ms. That sounds amazing. That's two things
Lori.
I'm not supposed to eat.
Wow. Wait, say it again.
I said that's two things I'm not supposed to eat. I'm not supposed to eat wheat or soy.
Well,
but
what's
pretzel
the fun in
M&M
that?
sounds delicious. Yes.
And then the second type you could have is, I feel like I just messed up my audio. Okay, I think we're good. Is I got the peanut butter ones.
Peanut butter.
Welcome, Mary, Helen, Amelia, Lori. So glad you're joining us.
Is there a way to keep the comments up, Sam?
On my iPad, I have to click to see them. I thought
you
could swipe.
I'll just keep clicking it. We're good.
Cool.
Is anybody beating along with us today?
I know Shira said she was going to join in Bead. I'm curious. I would love if many people bead with us. After all, it's a beading party. That's why we have our snacks.
Your bowl is so much prettier. Mine is bigger though.
Why is mine have a label on it? Oh, yeah. Definitely not hard-boiled eggs. That's from the remnants of the Airbnb days. Oh my God. Wait, you actually made your own popcorn though.
The microwave made my own popcorn.
Right. I bought a bag because I knew I'd be on a time crunch today. Yeah, which is, I usually make it on the stove because it's so easy.
Oh yeah, I have some of that. I keep forgetting I have that though. When you pop it in the, like when you cook it and then you add the M&Ms, they kind of like melt a little bit, so it's better.
Oh, mine, I don't get that effect because laziness. But but ever since I learned on YouTube that you can just throw popcorn kernels into a pan with a little bit of fat, best popcorn, just made right on the stove. So good.
I did one. I saw somewhere that you can do it with like salt and pepper. And hi Lynn.
Hi Lynn and Tammy.
And Shira.
Hi Shira.
Yeah, I tried like salt and pepper popcorn. It was super weird.
Anyone else get a snack? Tell us what snack you're eating in the comments.
Yeah, show us the snacks. I love snacks.
I love the suggestion. Rachel texted me. She's like, I think we should just like make M&Ms and popcorn part of this because like it's kind of like food soup.
Yeah, maybe one day we'll eat actual. That would be so messy. We would like watch one of us like dump the soup all over the bead mat.
I am not bringing a bowl of soup on a live one. People hate, first off,
Wine.
hate
Ooh, that's a
slurping
good
noises.
idea.
Ooh, I could get. I just bought like a whole mix. Now that I'm of age, I was able to do it's an alcohol run, and I got a whole bunch of sours after trying a sour at my neighbor's. That was really good. So far, do not like any of the ones I got.
Yeah, I don't like
But-
sours.
But like, I like anything that doesn't taste like alcohol, Rachel.
You should get Moscato. My sister loves that.
Sweet wine. If I don't like, if it's wine's too sweet, I also hate it. So like that's why I just go for. I had a hard cider last night that was really good.
I make really good mixed drinks.
Alrighty, I think we have waited about. Yeah, we just did a great 7-minute stall, so I like think we should jump right into it.
No, I'm excited.
We're finally doing a necklace.
I mostly make earrings nowadays, so I was like, all right, I guess I could do a necklace. All the necklaces I've done in like the last few years have been like more pendant style. So it was interesting for me to think of a necklace that was like a whole necklace and not just a pendant. And also, I don't usually buy focal beads. The necklaces that I had made in the past with the beads were just basically like just like a pattern going all the way around, no really like focal or anything. So today I picked out, I can't remember. Do you remember what I told you these were?
Originally, I mean, they look like Unikite.
Yeah, okay. I think that's what they are. It's not a stone I usually buy. I had gotten them in like a variety pack, and then I had to identify them because it was not labeled.
No good.
And then I also have, yeah, but they're pretty. I also have sea glass here, the green ones and the white
Nice.
ones, and then the light brown. They're like they look light brown. Right
Is it
now,
the
but they've got
rosewood?
a little bit of pink to them. Yeah, it's the rosewood. I was trying to describe the color. But so today I'm going to be using 20 gauge and 24 gauge wire. I thought it would be.
I got my 20 ready. Maybe I'll see if my 22 will work because I don't have any raw copper 20. I don't think. Yeah. So we'll see if 22 also works. I guess it depends on the hole sizes of my beads. And here's my bead mat. If people can hopefully see it, I'll pin it for a second. I just had this this Red Creek slab just sitting in my bead box forever. Couldn't tell you where it's from, but it's like gorgeous and has 2 holes at the top. So it's just like a perfect. I love this style.
Really?
And then
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. My phone's being weird. I totally missed what you said, my dear.
No, it's cool. I was yelling at my cat, so you're good. Keep going.
Cool. And then I stole a strand of Red Creek from inventory. And this pendant's either Red Creek or Picasso, something in that field of gem. And then I found. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, years ago, you had so much Red Creek. I bought like so much Red Creek from you. I have like a whole box of it.
Well, because it used to be huge at shows, so like all my vendors had lots of it, and like they would give me amazing deals on it. I remember I just found when I was going through my bead boxes the Red Creek Heshi that like I remember selling like wildfire years ago, because it didn't cost that much. Like it used to be like when it was like at its peak, it was like not expensive for good quality stuff. And then I found some, like this is all I got of these beads here. It's the citrine and tiger eye star cut I found in my stash. I've never myself stocked any this large. I just want to use that up. And this is not my design, but I just wanted to pick out like a palette of beads because you were talking about finding stuff of similar size. So the star cut's also a 10 millimeter, and then the rondelles are an 8 millimeter, it looks like. So I wanted to start with there and see what I could do. Rachel sent me an example of some of the wrapping. Actually, why don't I pin yours? You can show.
Yeah, let me. I'm gonna put it on my brand new sticky bead mat. We're gonna see how this works. It's white.
Sticky bead mat.
Sticky bead mat. It's so I got it so that I can hold it up on to the computer camera if I need to. Just and it's easier than adjusting the phone. It was very sticky. This would be great if you bead like on the couch or something. That would be amazing. I feel like nothing is going anywhere. It's gonna get covered in cat hair. It says it's washable, but I'll definitely let you know. Can you? Oh, the color's not
Yeah, I can see.
showing as well.
Actually, I accidentally hit the comment off button. I was wondering why I couldn't see any comments. We have so many comments. I'm gonna catch up really quick.
No, you're good. Can you see the color on this already? I think the color looked better on the blue actually.
It's just dark. Is there able to get some more light on it?
It does have light on it. It has all the
Oh.
light on it. So let's go back to the blue.
Wait, what if
But-
you put your sticky bead mat on something on a different color?
I guess I could try that.
I like the sticky bead mat. Like I want a sticky bead mat.
It's quite sticky, but it's not sticky in like a residue way. It's just like tacky, if that makes sense. Like not sticky, but just like.
Oh, so there's no residue on it. It's just the.
No,
the
yeah, that's what I mean. I can't think of the. This is also turning out dark. Maybe it's where the phone is. Well, it seems better.
Helen says she's walking her dog and listening. Shara seems to also like peanut butter M&Ms. Tammy agrees with your sweet wine Moscato recommendation, Rachel.
Yes, I like Cabernet, which you would probably hate. So.
Oh, most wine I will despise, and I get laughed at, and I don't care. Anne says,
yeah, everyone likes different stuff. It's fine.
I'll go for rosé, and that's about it. Anne wants me to try Stella Rose Black.
I've never tried that. I don't know what that is.
Barbara, maybe you just click out and click back in, and maybe that'll should work. It does look like everyone else is able to get in. It might be a connection issue.
How is this coloring? Is it okay now? Is it better?
It's better, yeah. I think we'll be able to see the wrapping style that you were wanting to show.
This will keep me working higher up too. Now I can't find my beads. So on this, I have 3 different styles of wrap. Well, actually I have 4. And I'm gonna clip off one of these big ones to show you. I wrapped these big ones just like, thank you, Tammy. Tammy says it's better too, so that's good. One day I'll get the lighting figured out. One day. My room is like a single pendant light, and it is the worst light fixture ever. Like you can't even tell the lights on.
Why would a New York apartment come with proper lighting?
Sam, my apartment looks like it was redone really nicely, but it was redone really cheaply. So
it's called they flip those apartments. Newly renovated.
Newly renovated from IKEA. But for real. So the Briolette wrapping I showed you last week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so interesting, Lori. I see what you're saying. She says when I put my hand and the whole screen is brighter, which you think.
Oh yeah, it's true.
That's bizarre. It's like, look, we see a ghost. Let's make the screen brighter. So anyway, so the Briolettes are like huge ones. I don't know. Do you still call it Briolette when it's this big?
Yeah, I mean, I think Briolette more describes the drill type, and then I would call that like a pendant drop,
like a teardrop.
Yeah.
So I'll show that. Do you want me to just get started like showing you that, or do you want me to?
This is your show, Rachel. I'm all in
show.
with whatever you want.
Show you what I'm doing, I guess, and just camera needs a warmer background.
Like a fireplace.
Oh, the tea.
That's not helpful. Sorry, I would not helpful.
A fireplace. I like everything. What would I even use for a warmer background? I don't know. We're gonna roll with this for a minute, and if I think it's something, I'll change it out. You could see okay, right?
Wait, Briolette is French this whole time? I had no idea with the silent T.
So I, like you, pretty much my whole beading career, I'm mostly self-taught, especially when it comes to like wire work. I just read everything, so I have no idea how to say anything. I'm just like,
I could read
however
and
it
type
looks
most
is how I
things.
say it. Yeah. All right, so that didn't go too well. The 24 gauge is a little bit tight on these beads, but when I was picking wire sizes, I wanted to choose wire sizes that were pretty common because I know not a lot of people do wire work. A lot more people string. And 20 and 24 gauge was something I was always able to find. And if you want to get into wire work, they're good gauges to start with, I feel like. So I got a piece of 24 gauge wire.
Cool.
And again, you can use whatever center focal beads you want. These are just what I had. So this is how I wrap pretty much all of my briolettes. No, I don't know how to say it without the T now.
Well,
I'm having trouble.
I mean,
It's a silent T and my brain wants the T.
It'd be like briole, or briolette.
Briole.
I don't know if it's, but
I like briole
I'm not
better.
saying that
That's
because I'm gonna be wrong no matter what I say.
So I went ahead and I folded it in. So I put my wire through and then I just kind of pinched it at the top. It helps it keep it mostly flush against there. And one wire is really short. And with that one, I'm gonna come in with my pliers. These are just flat chain nose pliers. And I'm just gonna do like one loop with the small piece.
Cool.
This sticky bead not as good. It's keeping me in the camera.
This is the clearest I've seen of your wrapping.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's so good. I'm glad.
It's also bigger. It's good we did a bit, because it's the first time you've showed it on a bigger briolette. I'm saying briolette. Sorry, Tammy.
We're trying briole. Oh, that's very helpful, Lori.
Wait, let me see.
We're just gonna have them tell us how to say everything before we do the videos.
Shara says she's choosing her beads. I'm very curious to see what you pick out, Shara. Oh, I didn't say. I gotta mention this throughout the video. I'm gonna give away to one lovely viewer a strand of the Red Creek that I'm working with today.
It's so pretty.
Terrible lighting, but you can see a better lit photo in the group. So just all you have to do so I can get your entry is just leave a comment, and most of you guys already have.
Yay! Ooh, I'm excited.
And then on the next week's stream is when I'm going to announce the giveaway.
The winner?
Yeah.
Fun. When I was a kid, I used to win like all these giveaways. And I think all of my luckiness was used up before I turned 10. So I never win anything anymore. If I ever like won anything, someone would be like, "You won," and I'd be like, "What? Me? Are you sure?"
I would think it was a spam email.
But okay, so I did that one little wrap, and now because of the way, thank you, Jeannie. Because of the way I'm doing the necklace, where I'm putting the two of the beads loop through one of the loops on the focal beads, I'm gonna make this, man, this keeps sticking. I'm gonna make this loop really big so that I can fit both of them in, because I'm doing the other loops in 20 gauge. So they're a bit big. Usually when I bead with you, I do the double wrap loops, but today I thought it would be fun to do just the single loop that you can open and close like a jump ring. I used to do all of my necklaces like that. And when I was first starting out, nobody like taught me about wire gauge. I had to figure it out myself. And I would use 22 gauge and it was not strong enough at all. And the necklaces would open up. They were beautiful. So I'm gonna take my pliers and I'm gonna just bend over a little bit. And then I'm gonna make my big loop. And just wrap it around. The only thing is this thing I put my sticky bead mod on is a marble lazy Susan. So it's like it's trying to move as I bead on it. My friends are like, you have a marble lazy Susan? I'm like, you've met me, right? Why wouldn't I have a marble lazy
Where did you get this? I feel like I would buy something like that like a
There
Goodwill.
is a store in, well, it's not a store, it's like I don't even know how to describe it, in Atlanta. And it's called the America's Mart, and it's basically like 3 humongous like skyscraper buildings of wholesale stuff that they sell to like trendy stores. And like once a month they'll have sample sales, and you could just buy all their samples. So, and half the time they're just giving it away. I feel like this was retailed for like over $100, and I feel like I got it for like maybe $20.
Nice.
That's like
we
my
love
favorite.
a deal.
That's my favorite place ever. Okay. Now that I've shoved a bunch of popcorn in my mouth and taken a bite.
Oh, same. I'm just enjoying watching you wrap, and I'm eating M&M's, so this is great.
So here's my loop, and I'm gonna just connect it to the other ones, and then we'll move on to the other types of loops. Just connecting it back. And I'm sure there's other ways that you could, like, if these are the type of focal beads, it's hard to do on the sticky mat because I have to keep peeling the beads off.
I had assumed when you showed me those at first that you were just gonna like put the wire through and not do a briolette wrapping and just make it part of it, but it actually has a nice look to it.
But I didn't. So I mean, because they're briolettes, I feel like such a poser saying that, but I'm gonna keep saying
I know.
it.
I can't. I will try, but I can't.
Because of this, like the way that they're drilled and their shape, it was like they were like all up against each other, and it was very stiff. With all the beads connected, it's not really working how I'm trying to show you, but it was very stiff.
Yeah.
And the chain that I'm working on was just going like vertical, and I just knew it wasn't gonna lay very pretty. So I changed my mind and decided to, this is actually the second variation of wrapping I did. The first one I went through the sides and wrapped, and I didn't like it. I like this. I think it'll also
nice.
Help to keep it in place when someone's wearing it, just because of the weight on these. So I'm gonna move this, and I'm gonna show you the other wraps.
Ooh, I'm gonna beat along to this. Is what I wanted to.
Yay!
Today.
Okay, so this is 24. We're gonna start with the 20 gauge, and I'm gonna start with my little what are these? My little sea glasses. So this is just
question.
Gonna be.
Is sea glass back on trend again? Because I used to sell it years ago, and me posting it last Sunday was I just had it and I thought maybe I would post it. I did not expect the sea glass to fly. Like, is it back?
I've never really paid attention to what is on trend, so I feel like I'm not the person to ask on that. I just kind of was looking for beads in my collection that went with the Goodnight, and these were what I found that I thought looked good with it. So hang on, I'm just taking apart these so I can show you examples while I'm doing them.
I really like the one where you have the single wrap going over the bead. It's so pretty.
I love doing that. So I also have, you can also add beads when you're wrapping these. And I'll show you an example. So that it looks kind of like, I call it a constellation wrap when you add the beads, because I feel like that's what it looks like. But can you see these?
Whoa.
This was a necklace I made a while ago, and it's pearls, and then these like really tiny pearls. And these, but especially with the colors, it reminds me of like little constellations. I love them.
Yeah, I've never seen that done before.
But it just, it didn't super go with this. Also, sometimes it's hard to find beads that small that I feel go with it. The beads I'm already working with are pretty small. So yeah, so we're gonna do the basic loop on my green sea glass. I'm just gonna, oh, it's already flat, cool. So I'm using flush cutters. You can use whatever cutters you want. I like the flush cutters because they create a flush surface.
They sure do.
So, so this is, we're gonna just be doing this wrap. So
Okay,
just the
cool.
single loops. So I got my 20 gauge. I'm gonna just bend. I don't measure, you can if you want. I have done this for so long that I think measuring would probably mess me up. So I've got my
Oh,
loop.
so you just eyeballed where to
I
bend
eyeball
it.
it. I'm the worst. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go for about 1/2 inch and see how I do with that.
That's probably what I'm doing. So then I thread my bead on and I'm gonna bend it back. Just gonna bend it so that it's pretty flat against the bead. It's 20 gauge. You can get it flatter, but I'm not super worried about it. And then I'm gonna cut again. I wonder, like now you got me curious. What, I don't know where my rope is.
I just tried it with about 1/2 inch, and I was just a tiny bit too much. I had to trim off a little bit and then close up the hole, and that worked well. This just seems like something you'd have to like play around with to get it better.
It also depends on your pliers, where on the pliers you're holding it. Hi, Marie.
Hi, Marie.
Where
I
on the pliers?
I think her first name. I think actually, Marie, your first name is Anna, right? If I remember right.
Oh, it just says A.
I know. So now
I didn't want to assume.
Welcome, Anna.
So now I just have the single wrap loop. Do you want me to do it again?
Oh, well, I totally missed the second half of. So you just bent it against. I'm guessing you just bent it.
Yeah, I'll do it again.
The bead. I've like only do double wrap loops. I like forgot this basic technique now of a single loop.
When you have a sturdy enough wire, you can do the single wrap. I feel like for earrings, like I would also do this with like 22 gauge, but something that might get tugged on like a necklace, I probably wouldn't do smaller than 20 gauge. I actually am about to order some 22 gauge half hard wire, which I've never worked with before. So I'm very curious to see how that is. So yeah, I just pushed down, I bent it over the bead.
Cool, okay, I'm gonna do that. Welcome, Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
Okay, I got my bend. Then you cut it about 1/2 inch again.
I cut it. I actually think mine is more like 3/8.
Okay. I think I might be doing a smaller loop today.
I have a tendency to always do kind of small loops, mostly because I use these tiny baby pliers. With my tiny baby hands. Like the bigger pliers make my hands tired now. I've been using these tiny ones for so long.
Tiny baby pliers. That's all Rachel needs.
Uh-huh. I mean, like, this is the color they came. This is the color most of them are now.
Wow.
It's like they were purple and now they're like gray, so I can never find them because I'm always looking for purple.
It does not exist anymore.
The limit does not exist. Hi, Pamela.
Welcome, Pamela. So good to see you. Who's
beating
along with us today? Yeah, I finished my loop finally.
Okay. Is anyone beating along with us? Maybe.
Okay, cool. So
is
that's
anyone snacking along with us?
That even better question, Rachel.
Anyone got fun snacks going on?
Or drinking some good wine.
Wine. I'm drinking soda water and lime juice.
See, that is the way to go. I've started putting just lime, like large amounts of lime or lemon into just my like ice water. Delicious. Delicious.
Well, it's not even, it's seltzer water with lime juice, but yeah, I'm trying to I don't really like soda that much and it's not very good for you. So I'm just trying to shake it up when we decided we were having popcorn. I was like, oh, but what if I had that with soda water? I just really wanted it. So I'm going to teach you the only bead I didn't put up here. Where is it? The single wrapped loop. I'm trying to think of, I don't even know what to call
that's that
this.
one?
Yes, that's this one. So it's just got a, it's not staying. It's got a one wire going across it.
Cool.
There was a name I came up with for it earlier, but I don't remember what name I came up with it for earlier. But okay, so
this is the piece I don't know. I'm very curious.
I don't even know if I learned this somewhere or I like saw something that you know what it was is my mom had this necklace and I think I was trying to recreate it or like recreate how the beads were wrapped.
Yeah.
And I could not figure it out and I like was like, this is good enough. So I'm gonna start it off like we started off the last one. Just do a bend.
Ooh, it starts with a single loop also.
Yes. So this is the 20 gauge wire still. So we're actually going to use both gauges of wire on this.
Okay.
You could probably do it. Well, you could definitely do it with the 24, but I wanted this necklace to be something that would be pretty easy for me to assemble, where I can make all the pieces separate and then just put them all together.
Right. Okay.
So by doing these loops, it's easy to assemble. So now I'm going to thread my bead on. And here's where it starts to get different. So you want to leave space at the top.
Okay.
Sorry, it's like cat circus in here. I don't know what they're doing. They keep running in and out. So
I can't even hear them at all.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good then.
So just bugging you. Great.
Yeah, it's perfect.
So helpful.
So I'm gonna bend a little bit higher up. Let me see. Let me measure it. I'm just kind of basing it off my pliers, which is what I usually do. But they are about. So I'm leaving about 1/8 of an inch.
Okay.
And I'm just bending it over like we did before, but this time I'm doing it around the pliers.
Okay. You just did a 90-degree bend?
Yeah. Well, okay. Kind of 90 degrees. I did it over the round nose pliers, so maybe not quite, but. And then I'm going to cut it and finish this loop.
Oh,
so
there's multiple pieces of wire going on. Okay.
Yeah. At this point, you're going to have, it's going to look like the other one, but with like a big gap. It's not my best loop. Okay.
I know my loops are looking pretty sad today.
They were all perfect, until I got on the leg. Ow. So you see it?
Yeah.
It's just like really loose. So now I'm gonna take my 24 gauge wire. This is just a piece of 24 gauge wire. And I'm gonna start wrapping it around the top. I don't like to start at the end because I think that's more difficult. So I'm usually gonna have a little tail that I will trim off. And I'm gonna wrap it, get a bit of grip on it, like 2 to 3 times. And you can always kind of squeeze your wires together after you're done with a pair of pliers. If they're not that close together, it is not cooperating with me right now, so I might end up doing that.
So you just chose to use a new piece of wire so you could open and close the loops, but you otherwise could make the full wrapping with one piece of wire.
Yes, but I probably would not do it with the 20 gauge. I think it would be really bulky. It's kind of up to you. Maybe if you had bigger stones, but my beads are kind of small to have that much 20 gauge wire on them.
Right.
You could do this. I feel like I've done this. I'm trying to think of that if I have an example. I've done this with 26 gauge, I think. No, this is also the same technique. I think I usually wrap it in 2 separate. Who knows? I do something different whenever I'm making stuff. I just kind of pick what works or what I'm feeling
Right.
like in the moment.
Right.
But so I've got the little wraps around. I haven't gone over it yet. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna kind of hold the bead in place and wrap my wire around. To get kind of an angle on it, you'll just wrap around the back and it'll stop where your finger is. And then you just wrap around the top of your little eye pen that you've made, kind of.
And how many times are you wrapping to get it secure?
You can do as little or as many as you want. It kind of depends on how much space you left, how big your bead is.
I don't have any room on this other side for more wire.
You did three wraps on
the first side. I did about 3 wraps, and it used up all my extra room. So when I got to my other side, I'm like covering up part of the loop now.
How much space did you leave when you bent it over?
Probably not enough.
So you can take the wire off if you want and just do less wraps.
This is also just a test bead. This is my first time, so I already know. Next time I'll do more, leave more room.
It's okay. So it looks like those. I'm gonna do another one.
Same. I want to feel better about my second one. Alrighty, who's still with us right now? I'm super curious. Come say hi. Rachel and I love chit-chatting with you all.
We love friends. We love beady friends. I don't have a lot of beady friends.
This group is our group of beady friends. So say hi, friends.
Yes. It's nice having online beady friends, yeah, because I don't know a lot of people who do in person. I don't know a lot of people here.
I have one friend who makes jewelry who's my age. And that's all I can think of. Okay, I got that.
Did you start your new one?
I'm about to start my new. I'm gonna make my first loop. I'm gonna cancel the spotlight. There we go. You can see all of us, all of our angles. Shara says it's really nice having beady friends.
Yes. All right. Here's my first loop. I'm gonna put my bead on. All right. I'm having trouble. Maybe I had too much coffee today. I was painting this morning and it was going fine, and then I drank a lot of coffee and.
Oh, I forgot that you work at a coffee shop, so like this makes sense that you have a lot of coffee.
Oh yeah, no, my boyfriend and I will make a 12-cup pot, and we usually drink it all. And then
you make your own at home too?
Yeah, well, I actually prefer to drink it at home. We just make a pot of coffee. I have just a coffee maker, just a normal one. I don't drink anything fancy at work. I don't put any like sugar or anything in it.
Do you have any tips to make my loop better? Because I've like, once I have it bent over, like it just doesn't end up like looking like my loops for a double wrap loop look. So like I'm putting it, I'm grabbing at the end. Is that what you're doing?
Can you put it in your
yeah,
in your like bead area under your phone?
Yeah. Right. So I have my bend there.
Okay.
And then I'm going in with my guesstimate of like where exactly it should be. Where I'm on the tip of the wire, and then I'm bending over. You're
on the tip of the wire, or is there a little bit on the tip?
I tried to start close to the tip.
Down a little bit. So you're not at the tip.
Is that my issue? Okay.
I think that's part of it. So I don't know if you see, but I grab so that now I can't do it, but like you see mine is like pretty much flush. My pliers, you cannot see any of the wire poking through my pliers.
Here, let me spotlight you so people can see. Okay, now we can see what you're doing.
So you see, you can't see the wire
Okay,
poking through.
let me try that again.
So, and then I bend it back. And you also, when you bend it back, you want to make sure you're grabbing it in the same spot with like on your pliers, because otherwise the loop isn't going to be uniform. You're going to be basically trying to loop it with two different circumferences on your pliers, and then it's going to get all deformed.
Okay, I'm trying this again. Oh, already so much better just for starting right at the tip of the wire. Yeah,
Yay.
It looks like a loop now.
Well, when you're doing double wrap loops, it doesn't super matter because you're always going to have extra because you got to wrap it around. But oh, it looks great.
Like it looks like an acceptable loop. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna wait for you to finish your loop.
Okay, I finished the first loop. I'll go and I'll leave room on this side. See if I can teach it now that I've learned it. It's always about there maybe.
I don't know how wide your pliers are.
I don't know. I would say it's about you said 1/8 of an inch, so it's about that.
Yeah, then try it there. I mean, you can always go back and you can always just not trim the end of your first wrap part of your wire, if that makes sense. When you're wrapping with the 24 gauge, and then just do more loops. I don't really like to do more than 3 usually because I feel like it takes away from the bead because your wrapped wire part ends up being longer.
So I ended up with a bad loop this time again because I definitely screwed up the estimation.
So
I didn't leave enough leg.
Go in with your pliers, and you see where I'm grabbing the loop.
Here, I'm not showing you right now. Give me a sec.
It's okay.
Okay, now I can.
You see where it's out of focus. Okay. Do you see where I've got my pliers in the loop and I'm grabbing the end that's closed? If you take and you just kind of like tweak your hand away from you, you can move the loop a little bit. Yeah. It's still not going to be perfect, but it'll look better.
Right. Yeah. So that's fine. I'll try with there and start my wrapping there then.
Okay, so you got your loop. Now we're going to come in with our 24 gauge. You know, I was watching earlier. Oh, I already told you.
Wait,
Trolls 2.
Right. Rachel texted me
I watched it again.
Since yesterday?
Yes, I watched it again today. I love it.
So Rachel texted me while I was listing items yesterday, and I was watching Harry Potter too because I just finished the book again, and Rachel's like, "Oh, I understand. I just watch Trolls. we are children."
I love Trolls. I love it so
again,
much.
I don't have enough room. I'm gonna redoing this wire. I'm getting this right this time.
So maybe are your wraps tight?
Well, they're tight below the loop, but I think they're not starting right against the loop itself.
So you can use your bead and push it down to compact your wraps.
Okay.
Or you can use your pliers. And then it pushes them closer together.
Okay, that should leave me some extra room this time.
Mine's actually a little close this time too.
So do you approve of this Beadsmith mat, Rachel? Is this something I should stock?
I so far like it. I like that all the beads are staying in place. Time will tell. I think it's fun. I think it's fun for the lives, especially because I feel like my beads are always going everywhere. Maybe like day to day, it just kind of depends. I think it would be easier for me to, like, if I wanted to bead in the hammock, which I do a lot of the time, and I'm like, beads will go everywhere. I think that this would be a fun thing to, let me see, if I pick it up, I wonder if my beads will, maybe it would have to not be like bent, but I like that
Lori,
it sticks to the table.
did you see Lori's comment on the live?
Bail making pliers are very good for making loops because the sides are parallel. I tried the bail making pliers. I actually bought a pair. I think it was, I don't remember. I think it was how do you say her name? Ritu?
Yeah.
I think it was her suggestion. And I like them except for I usually make my loop smaller, I was noticing. So they're great for a little bit of a larger loop, but I make tiny loops. Teeny tiny loops. I use like the end of my pliers half the time.
Okay, I'm somewhat
Unless
pleased
I
with my
just got the
second
wrong
one.
size. So I got these.
Yeah, my bail making pliers would be way too big for loops. They
But
would be like super sized.
The end of my pliers is like a third, maybe even a quarter of the size of the smallest one on the bail making pliers.
Yeah, my
So
bail
I
making
think
pliers are. Do you see this, Rachel?
No.
Oh, because here, let me cancel the spotlight. Hold on.
I mean, yes, but no.
Here, how about now?
Those are huge.
So these are huge and would not work for what I want to do.
No,
But
mine are slightly smaller. I think you would probably have good luck with these. I just, for so many years, I've been making teeny tiny itsy bitsy loops, and I just,
yeah,
my loops are probably, now I have a ruler next to me. I can measure everything. My loops are probably 2 millimeters to 3
oh, they're small.
on the inside. They are teeny tiny. It's just, I don't know, I guess because I use tiny pliers.
Okay, here's my second one. The overall technique is better. I have a little extra room. Whoop, I dropped
Yeah,
it.
it looks better.
It's
So
gone forever.
Because your bead is a little bit bigger than mine, you could even probably leave more than just the 1/8 of an inch.
Okay.
My beads are I'm using, I think, the smaller side of the rosewood, smaller size of the rosewood. So it's like, if I did more than 1/8 of an inch, it would just be excessive. But your bead is larger. Are you ready to move on to the other? Oh.
Yeah, we could do the next one. I was gonna do it just for those who just joined. Giving away this strand this week to someone watching. So just leave a comment to get your entry, and then on the next week's live, we'll say who the winner is. It's a Red Creek 10 millimeter.
Is just for clarification, is it one entry per comment or one entry no matter how many comments you do?
Just one entry per person. Just if you join the live and comment, I will give you I'll give you an entry.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure
that
it was clarified.
You can make as many comments as you wish. Rich and I love comments.
I love comments. I love people interacting. I wish there was a way to, like, I don't know, like spotlight people, like,
I know.
in the audience.
Just have people pop into our Zoom.
Show us their bead mats.
Oh, that'd be so great.
Show us their pets.
I wish that even just in the comments we could see pictures, but in this format I can't.
Yeah, no, you can't post pictures in the comments.
Okay, cool. You want to do the last type of loop? I think that's because we're almost reaching our hour mark anyway, so that's perfect.
Are we? Oh wow. Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna start the same way we've been starting.
Wow, this M&Ms is a great suggestion, Rachel.
I know. I'll eat the popcorn and be like, I think I need an M&M, and then I get an M&M.
The pretzel ones, highly recommend.
You're having like trail mix popcorn.
It's so good. Yeah, because that's what my favorite type of trail mix is. Chocolate and pretzels. Yeah.
My boyfriend was like, "Do you like trail mix?" And I'm like, "I like M&Ms."
I remember taking all the M&Ms from my dad's trail mix stash growing up.
Yeah, I would just eat all the chocolate chips out. I'm like, I don't want any of this dried fruit nonsense. I just want chocolate. Like, now I'll eat the nuts, but if they taste like raisins, I'm not going to eat them.
Oh my goodness.
I don't do raisins. So yeah, I'm gonna start it like, I'm gonna make the exact same loop like we did on the last one. And then we're gonna wrap it slightly differently. Loop. Hang on, I'm gonna redo it. I don't like it. I don't know where it went. That's fine.
Mine sucks too. I'm redoing mine. I didn't start it with the end of the wire.
Like I said, everything was perfect. Everything was perfect until we got on the live, and now I don't know what I'm doing. I guess that
it's
comes
wire,
from
and we
eyeballing
can just
it
try
too.
again.
Yeah. Even in my like sterling that I use, like the wire is not so expensive that I'll be upset. Like I want to make sure everything's quality, so I'm not afraid to redo it. If you use sterling silver wire, and then if you do any kind of metalsmithing, I was doing this thing where I had a bunch of like sterling silver scraps, and I would melt them down and then weigh out. Well, I would weigh them out before, and then I would melt it down into like a little ball, and I would flatten the ball and then use like one of my tiny stamps and make like little stud earrings.
Oh wow.
It was a good way for me to reuse the scraps. I don't metalsmith here just because my apartment is small and not really set up for good ventilation.
Yeah, New York apartment. Yep.
Yep. I'm planning when I move apartments, I'm either gonna get a 2-bedroom with my boyfriend, or I'm gonna rent a separate studio. You can just like rent a little place with like a bathroom and not like a kitchen or anything, and that would work well
Right.
for me.
So I totally missed you left. It looks like you left more room this time.
No, I left the same amount of room. The Bead's just smaller.
Okay.
But you can leave more room, absolutely, especially because you were having a little bit of trouble before. Leave more room.
Okay.
There's no right and wrong way. If it looks how you want it to look, that's the right way.
Sweet.
Because it's all art. I mean,
Oh, I messed up my loop again. Dang it. It's more annoying to miss the loop when you've already done one that you really like.
I know, right?
I think I can salvage it. Oh, no, it's really bad.
I forgot how much I liked M&Ms.
There's soy in them.
I know. But there's soy in most chocolate, especially if it's American. Pretty much all
Is
chocolate,
soy
even dark chocolate.
Is soy lecithin actually soy?
My stomach says it is.
Oh god.
So yeah, it's in like everything. Chocolate, anything frozen, pretty much like pre-made. It's in so many things like granola bars, different types of sauces.
So I'm guessing you do not get the edamame at the
No.
Japanese restaurant.
No, I just get sushi. And I have to be careful like what rolls I have, because they won't list it on the menu, and then they'll put like eel sauce all over it.
Oh. Wait, do you eat soy sauce ever?
No. That's 100% soy, Sam.
Wait, what about coconut aminos? That's like the paleo version of soy sauce.
We tried that, and it does taste like soy sauce, but it does not agree with my boyfriend's stomach.
Oh, lordy lord.
I know. So we just don't really eat Asian food, other than like sushi sometimes, or I can eat Thai food for the most part. Chinese food is a pretty much no-no. You know what the saddest part about it is? Going to hibachi. Is I smother that in soy sauce. And if you ask for it without soy sauce, you just have super buttery stuff. Like it's just like buttery steak. Like the soy sauce masks the butter. Once the soy sauce is gone, you're like, this is Paula Deen's restaurant. Like, but did you get your loop? Are you ready to do it?
I have my loop.
Yay.
It's decent enough.
Okay. So for this one, I'm going to start more in the middle of my piece of 24 gauge wire. If you have like a really long piece, I mean, obviously don't start in the middle. Just give yourself a little bit of a longer tail. So
okay.
I'm going to wrap one side like the same that oh wait. Well, now it doesn't want to cooperate. I'm going to wrap it the same. We're going to get there. It'll be fine.
Because I'm starting it the same way with a couple loops, okay?
Yes. I'm going to smush it. And
I
then
find it really hard to start this well.
Yeah. I'm going to take the, I don't usually super pay attention to which one I start with, but this time I'm going to take the wire end that's starting on the top. And you can kind of just see which way you like. And then I'm just going to wrap it around the other side like 1.5 times. Does that make sense?
I'm starting over. Yeah, I'm starting over because I didn't start in the middle.
It doesn't matter. You just got to make sure you have enough of a tail.
Oh, I had nothing.
Oh, okay.
I was going right back to the last technique. So
I guess you got to start
recommencing. Still beading with us, or for those just joining, leave us a comment. You can enter to win a free strand of beads.
Some beautiful beads.
Say hi.
Oops, I just messed up my loop.
Red Creek.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
You just mutter yourself, everything's fine.
Yeah, because
you are that meme.
Yeah, I'm pushing. I say that to myself all the time. It's fine. Everything's fine. And just calm me down a little bit. I'm usually like, what's funny, like beading, I'm like pretty chill. I'm really high strung, like in general. At work, I'm like, I'm the supervisor, and I'm like, what are you doing? When I go to do things, like when I go to do my supervisor tasks and I have to leave them alone, I give them to-do lists.
Nice.
Like I write them out. And then we have cameras in the room like that we do like the orders and stuff on, so I can watch them while I'm doing the order, and I'll be like, we don't have any customers, why are you just sitting there?
Ruthless.
I'm the worst. Like when I came back from because we had like a month off from COVID, I came back a couple weeks after all of not all of them, but some of the other supervisors, and the baristas are like, we were just hanging out until you got here, and now we got to do work. And I'm like, yeah, clean.
Yeah, you do.
Watching you stand there is stressing me out.
Oh, I clipped off my tail. I'm not starting this over. I'm just gonna watch you do it.
Okay.
I'm wasting too much time. I want to watch you.
Actually, you can try. How many wraps did you do?
2 on one side. Should I go back? I could go back over.
The side that you clipped. Yeah, that was I was gonna say. You can go back over. So let me finish the one I'm doing, and then we can do it that way.
Okay.
So
yeah, that worked.
Yeah, you did it?
Yeah, it worked. Cool.
So I go back with the other string or the other strand, and I go around, and I'll do the other wrap and a half. And then I'm gonna clip it. And this one's also like a little galaxy. It just doesn't. So, ta-da. Yeah, does that make sense?
I kind of missed it.
We okay. Yeah.
Might have started thinking about M&Ms.
All right. You want to just watch me this time?
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I do much better when I do one thing at a time. They say men are the worst multitaskers. I think it's true.
You said it, not me. Siri thinks so too.
Who, what?
I said Siri thinks so too.
I know, she's literally yelling at me. I'm like,
She had
chill.
to like jump in. Okay. Oh, wait, I made the soup too big. Here we go. Slightly better. Okay.
Yeah, explain as you go. Lori said she also would love to hear
Okay.
it again.
So I did it like we did on the rosewood ones, where I have the bead and then I have 2 loops and I have like a little bit of a gap. So I'm gonna do the way that I did it before, and then I'll do it the way Sam ended up doing it. So I'm gonna take and start with a little bit more of a tail on both sides. And then I'm gonna wrap around. For me,
Oh, you're
it's
wrapping
more like,
towards the loop. I was wrapping towards
it
the
doesn't
bead.
matter.
Oh, right.
I mean,
But
you
maybe
can
that was
wrap whichever
easier.
way you want. It's just the way that my hands are used to doing it. And then from this point, I'm gonna take, I don't know why this got so bent. Okay. I'm gonna take the one that's on the top and I'm gonna pull it around, and then I'm gonna wrap it like 1.5 times. I'm gonna push them together a little bit because there we go. I'm gonna trim it. And tuck it in a little bit. You can always like tuck it better later. Okay, just make sure it's all the wraps are tight. And then I'm gonna take the other strand and wrap it around the other side of the bead and wrap it another like 1.5 times. You can wrap it this way. This one doesn't look as good as the other one. That's okay.
I love it.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna cut it. I always manage to mess up my flush cutters. They're not like flush at the end. I keep like hammering them back together because I don't
Your
want to
flush
buy
cutters?
another pair. Yes, they're awful. I don't know how it keeps happening. So there's that. And then we could do it the way I end up with like a lot of wire tails this way. I'm sure there's a way to do it without wire tail. I'm sure if you wrapped more with your pliers, you wouldn't get as many wire tails, but I don't do it like that. I like to
They
use
are
my
just
fingers.
part of the process.
Yes. But I save all my wire scraps. I'm convinced one day I'll do something with it. I think somebody, I don't remember which group, it might have been the gem chat. I was talking to someone about wire. No, I don't think so. Actually, it wasn't that group, but I was talking to someone about wire scraps, and I'm like, one day you should just make a rain stick. Just put all the wire scraps in there. It'll be fine. This is the 20 gauge. Starting it off like I did the last one. Yeah, absolutely, Lori. I'm not 100% sure which one it was. We're gonna say it was this one.
Looks great. Oh, I really like it. It's like it's in its own little home.
I love that.
Is this so this is the technique you did for the necklace you showed, and you just put pearls on each wire.
But yeah, I just threaded the pearls on as I was doing it. Actually, this one, no, I did start in the middle on this one. The way I'm showing you. But oh, you know what, Sam? The way you were doing it is basically just backwards of the way I was doing it.
It was?
Yeah, because you're starting, you know how you cut it off
Yeah.
And then, so you cut it off and then you wrapped around the other side. So it was basically the middle of the wire,
Right.
and then you wrapped around the end.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of just did it backwards.
Right.
And whatever works for you. Oh, so yeah, I guess I can still show that. It's the same technique, just kind of backwards. So it's my loop.
Here, let me, I canceled the spotlight. Let me go back to you.
That's okay. I'm still doing the first part.
Lori said, can you hold the last bead close to the camera so we can see it? I think you did that, so we should be good.
Yes.
And we'll show this next one too.
And then I can show
Welcome,
what they.
Kathy and Renee. Say hi. You can get your entry into the Red Creek Strand giveaway. Also, just we want you to say hi because we love friends.
Okay, so this is the first step again. So I've made the bead on basically, I totally just lost my train of thought. The bead is on wire with 2 loops on the end, and there's some room. It's probably about, let me see, measure it now. I'll measure it again. It was about an 1/8 of an inch on my pliers, but let's see. Yeah, it's still, is that an 1/8? Yeah, that's an 1/8. I like lost my, I was like, there's too many lines on this ruler. I'm not used to measuring things anymore. I just do them. Okay, so now I'm gonna start with, I'll start with a really long piece so we can kind of see it. But I'm gonna start probably about here, give myself like an inch and a half to work with. What is this? Yeah, it's about an inch and a half. Anyway, so I'm gonna wrap it around one side of the wire, like we did with the rosewood ones. Give it about 3 wraps. It doesn't really matter which end of the wire you use, as long as you got 3 wraps. And then you can push your bead together in the wire just to get them tight, or you can use pliers. And then I'm going to push it all to one side so that I still have a little bit of a gap on the other side. Then I'm going to take the top of the 2 wires that I'm wrapping with, or it's 1 wire, but like the top one, and I'm going to go around. I think I like to wrap around the back of the bead. I don't super think it matters, but I think it gives it a nice curve. And I'm just going to wrap around like 1.5 times.
The tips of your flush cutters look like they can actually get into where they need to get into.
They kind of do, but if I don't think you could see it on here, but the tips are not really tips. There's a little gap. Like I said, I hammer them back together sometimes. But I kind of just gave up the last like week. I was tired of hammering them back together. So I got that one. And then I'm going to take the other one, the other strand that's the bottom one on this. So I've got like a top one that I already did and like a bottom one. And I'm going to wrap that one like 1.5 times too. And just, you can just push to make everything tight. Go ahead and clip it. And you can always clip more if you did not clip enough. And push it into place.
Right. So whereas I started at the end, your technique starts in the middle, essentially.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was supposed to be showing the way you did it.
I don't think it matters. I think like this totally makes sense now. Like, oh, into the depths. Oh, you got it back.
That's okay.
I didn't get mine
That's
back.
Okay. I have a little bit more of a barrier between the table and the me. So there's that. So because of the way we did all of these, now let me see what pattern I was doing. Now I can open them up and connect them. So I was on the rosewood. So I'm gonna start with the rosewood. And this is not the open side. Open them up like a jump ring. And put one of my sea glasses on it. It's connected. Open this up. Put one of my other sea glasses on it. One of the galaxy loops. We'll call this one galaxy loop and the other one like a Saturn loop. Even though that probably is not planetarily correct.
Because Saturn has a full ring around it.
You know what? We're gonna pretend just to differentiate. So I'm gonna do one more bit. This is how I'm building my chain. I like working with this. If you have beads with big enough holes, it's really nice to be able to do it like this with a stronger gauge wire, like 20 gauge, because then it's easier to put the necklace together. You don't have to forget to loop things on. You can change the order of the beads around without completely taking it apart.
Right.
But if your bead holes are really small, you don't want to do it that way, because you're going to have to use a thinner gauge wire and it's not going to be as sturdy. Your necklace will come apart and you'll have sad customers, or sad you if you also wear your jewelry. So yeah, any questions?
We have one comment.
Ooh,
Barbara
ooh.
says, I have half my beads wired while watching.
Yay! So if you're not already in the gem chat, you want to, after the Zoom, Sam will link it in the comments. I also had linked it.
I can comment it probably.
Yeah. So if you're not in the gem chat group, that's where you can post things you've been working on during the live today, and we would love to see them. Ooh, this is so pretty zoomed out.
That's the background's
all of
great.
My colors. Yeah.
So do you love how I got none of my necklace done? But that's fine. I learned.
That's me
I learned
last
a lot.
time. That was me last time. I still didn't finish those earrings. I was working on my collection, so I did not finish the other earrings.
Right. Well, congratulations on finishing your tassel collection.
Thank you.
You have to share some photos of it now that you're done in gem chat.
Yeah, I haven't taken pictures of it yet, but I'm very excited. It was a little bit out of my so for those who don't know, I was working on a tassel collection. If you buy really high-end, well, it's not even just high-end beads, but
they're usually from India.
Some bead sellers will sell you strands of beads and then put tassels on the end. And I was like, am I supposed to throw these out? Because why would you put like a nicely made tassel on the end of this bead for me to like throw out? I didn't order the tassels, I ordered the beads. And throwing them out like made me very sad. Here
you go. Here's some tassel examples.
Love it. Oh, they're so pretty.
This is a nice color also on these.
What is that? Is that amethyst?
This is the lapis that went up like
it looks
like
purple from my screen. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but now it looks blue. It looks bluer now.
Cool.
But anyways, so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna make a collection of earrings with these tassels. They're not really my usual jam. They're a little bit more, I don't know what the word is. Like they're a little bit more bright, I guess, than I usually do. And more, I feel like I have a more of an earthy style usually, and these are very bright, but here's an example pair.
Let me pin you so we can see the beautiful earrings.
So,
oh, wait. Here, hold on. There we go.
So this tassel's got a mind of its own, but this is a brown tassel. This is a tourmalated quartz, I believe, and this the pinks are tourmaline. I got from you, Sam.
Oh, cool.
I think the small, I don't know if I got this. No, I did get the small ones from you too. So, and then I had this teeny tiny chain. I think I told you about this. This chain I ordered 50 feet of, and I got it, and I realized it is so small that I can't even put a jump ring through it. I can only put like 26 gauge wire through it. So I've been using it for the earrings, and to give them a little extra interest. Let's see, do I have another pair? Oh, I liked this pair. This pair is tangled for one. How do I untangle this? So this is, I'm not 100, I think these little beads are onyx. They came in like a multi-pack, and there's more tourmalated quartz, and I don't remember what the yellow ones are. I got the yellow ones from you. But this is also the
gorgeous.
The wrapping on the ear wires thing that I showed in the tutorial we filmed that's in the group.
Yeah.
And then Got the yellow tassels and the
Oh, is the yellow is that the pumpkin cut there?
yes. Do you remember
Oh,
what that is? Is it also tourmalated quartz?
it's a type. It was a quartz of type. It was either like some sort of golden quartz or whatnot. I think it was a tourmalinated quartz.
So I have like, I want to say like, I don't know how many pairs I have in the collection, but
This is cool,
I'm very
Rachel.
excited that it's done.
Wow, that's awesome. Are you posting that to your website?
I'm still building my website, but yes,
Cool.
I finally figured out how to use it. I'm very bad with computers.
Well, it's been fun. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab some things.
Ooh, did you say you're gonna grab some beads?
Maybe.
Don't leave, guys. Yes, Shara, I always feel bad for the tassels. It makes me so mad. My mom is a little bit of a hoarder, and I have to like curb my hoarding tendencies. So I'm like, if you keep it, you have to use it. Because I used to have a whole drawer full of bottle caps, a whole drawer, and for years. Ooh, that's pretty. It's so
We got
shiny.
all sorts of cubes. This is the labradorite.
Ooh, cube. Is that the same ones that you've had? Did you get a restock?
Cubes. Oh, no. These are from my Indian cutter. I did get more of those cubes
Wait,
that I had
so
posted in a lighter
those
shade.
those are different cubes?
Yeah,
Oh,
these
those
ones
are
are
bigger.
larger. These are like at least probably 7 millimeters.
Mhm.
And there's pretty good. And the Indian stuff tends to have really nice flash to it. And then just other really cool cubes. And some of them aren't faceted. They're just cube shaped, and they're so
Sam,
fun.
what kind of M&Ms are you eating again? They're peanut M&Ms? Or no, they're pretzel. And mine are just normal.
Did someone ask?
Yes.
Amazing.
I feel like,
Love you, Pamela.
do they have peanut butter M&Ms? Because I think I would like that better.
Look at all this.
Can we pin you?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't remember how to do it. Let me see.
Here, I'll do a spotlight. Look at all these cubes.
So shiny, so pretty.
And they're not even faceted. They're just sparkly. And then also means they're a little less expensive. I love those. These are cool. I don't know if I can quite show this correctly on camera, but
Is that amethyst?
this is amethyst. Look at
Oh, they're
that.
pretty. Oh, they're like
They're sparkly.
spikes.
Yeah, they're like similar to that like shield shape. Because they're pointed at the top. They're pointed at the top and bottom. And then, do you remember the labradorite that I got in these hexagons? Ooh. I got them in Moonstone. I found some in Moonstone. My cutter made these.
Pretty. Those would be so fun. Like if you make your own hoops, like put it in a hoop, maybe.
Oh, it's like part of a hoop earring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would love to see this as part of a necklace, kind of similar to the design we're working on today.
Mm-hmm. That would be fun too.
The mixes are always popular. I only got like.
Amelia said perfect for this project, right at the same time as you. That's amazing.
Oh, wait, which ones were you commenting on, Amelia? Because I know there's a delay. I'm so curious.
I think it was the same one. Oh, maybe it was the amethyst. I'm not sure.
Look at this mix.
Those are pretty. They're so shiny.
Yeah, I love these mixes.
Hi, Amy.
Yay, welcome, Amy. We're about to end the live, but then you can go back and watch the whole thing.
Say about the Red Creek again.
Oh yeah, if you comment below, you get an entry into this week's live stream giveaway, which is this Red Creek strand. All you have to do is leave a comment. We'll answer it. We'll announce a winner next weekend. I mean, next Saturday when we do our next live. And then
Ooh,
one
those
last
are
item.
pretty.
Look at these sparkly Amazonite.
I love those. Those are
Look at
kind of
that
like leaf
shape.
shaped.
I've never seen a brioche cut like this. Like, what a gorgeous necklace.
Oh my gosh. That is so pretty, actually.
I love these. So I got these
You're
in
gonna have
different
to sell them by the
sizes.
strand.
I know that's why. Like, I think I'm gonna have to do it by the strand because each strand is so unique. Like, I can't. Some of them I'm gonna try to split up, but I don't. It's so some of this stuff is so tricky because the sizes are all different.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think these these are little small iolites, star cut.
Mm.
Okay, let me switch to my phone camera. It's so much better.
Is there a way for us to put the gallery view at the same time as the pinned view?
Yeah. So once I spotlight, you can go back to gallery view for yourself.
No, I just meant so that they could see us talking as well.
Oh
That's
no.
so pretty. I'm sorry you had trouble finding it, Amy. From now on, all of the well, also not from now on, but like always, the lives are going to be in this group. And we'll also post that on, like, if you join the event pages, we'll always have that posted in the advertising. So you can look for one of our comments about where it is.
Yeah. Also, oh, that's too bad. I just saw your comment. I sent a text, Amy, when the live starts. So to join my text page, you just have to go to samsbeachhub.com, click account, and then there's a little button that says opt into SMS on your account page, and then that's how you join the phone list. And make sure your phone number is entered. It won't ask you for your phone number, which is the silliest thing. But put in your phone number and click opt into SMS, and you'll get a text. I sent a text 15 minutes before this started with a link to the group. So I hope that helps. I think we're going to sign off from there. We've done lots today.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let me know. Post in the gem chat anything you beaded while you're watching with us. If you try this technique I show, please try it. That would make me so happy. Again, you can also do the second one I showed. You can wrap like smaller beads around it. I don't know if it has an official name. Somebody definitely came up with this before me, but this is just the way I do it.
I think it's great. It just adds a nice little flair to the bead. That are just nice little. I like this. I like small accents on jewelry because that's where you see the handmade touch.
Barbara says she has a couple of questions. Do we have a couple minutes to answer them?
Yeah, of course.
Go for it, Barbara.
Lori said I just posted some wrap beads I made a while ago, as well as a clasp for a bracelet.
Let me see if I can pull that up.
I'll probably have to go approve that post in Gem Chat right when we get off. So I'm assuming that's where she posted.
Let's see.
Happy New Year to all of my fellow members of the tribe on the call, and a sweet New Year, as Lynn said, to everyone, regardless of how you practice or not practice.
Yes. Let's see. Yeah, I think you have to approve the post in Gem Chat, but then we'll be able to see it.
I can do that. Or we're waiting for Barbara's call anyway. Oh wow! Oh yeah, this is cool.
I want to see.
All right, it's in Gem Chat now.
Whenever you are ready, Barbara, go ahead and ask your questions. We would love to answer them. Ooh, Lori, that's so pretty. I love the swirls you added. That's so fun. Do the loops have to turn or should they match on the wire? So I don't 100% which loops. So these loops, or I'm not 100% sure on the question which loops you're referring to. Sam?
The loops have to turn.
How do you connect the loops to the other beats? Okay, I got you. So the loops we're making are just, they're not wrapped. So the wrapping that I have on the other beads is a second piece of wire. So the first piece of wire is just going to be like this, with just some extra space. And I showed how to wrap that. So these loops are not closed. I mean, they're closed, but they're not all the way closed. You can still open and close them like a jump ring and hook them to another bead. And all of my beads that I did this on, so I can make a necklace chain. If your beads have smaller holes and you can't fit 20 gauge wire through them, you're not gonna wanna do this. You're gonna wanna have closed loops because it's not gonna hold up well for your necklace if it gets any sort of like tug on it. Does that answer the question?
Cool. All right, thank you. Let me go back to our gallery view. Rachel, thank you so much for teaching us today. This was so much fun.
I had so much fun. I love tuning in with y'all.
Also, the suggestion for the bowl
I'm
of
like
food was
not-
fantastic.
I'm supposed to be cooking dinner after this, and I'm like, you know, I'm kind of full of popcorn and M&Ms.
I know, these pretzel M&Ms are going to be really dangerous. I have to tuck them away for next week just so I don't
That
eat
sounds
all
amazing.
of them.
Oh my gosh, you should dip them in Nutella.
I do not have Nutella. I will not be buying Nutella. Because I already have 2 giant bags of M&Ms now.
I'm not
because of
allowed to buy
you.
Nutella because I'll get pretzels and then I'll like eat the whole thing in one sitting, or I'll just take like big spoonfuls. I haven't bought Nutella in years because I have no self-control.
Oh my god. That's too dangerous. Alrighty, thank you all for watching.
Thank you
Feel free
guys.
to,
Have a great weekend.
yeah,
Comment,
put
show
your
us your stuff in
questions
the gem chat.
Yeah, put your questions in the gem chat. We are there. Alrighty, signing off.
Thank you.
Bye, Rachel.
Bye, Sam.